What's up, everybody? Welcome to Devonius Domain toy review. Today we got Star Wars, the Black Series, Return of the Jedi 40th Anniversary line, Rebel Commando. This is a whole new sculpt that came out for the 30th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, and it's pretty damn cool. It was probably the most expensive of all the 40th anniversary figures that came out in that line. And for understandable reason, it's again like a whole new sculpt. It's a troop builder. And Hasbro knew that a lot of people were going to be buying a lot of these. So that's why it was a little bit marked up. Around $34 for most people here in the States. And I'll be kind of getting into the semantics of whether I agree with that or not. But I got this figure. I got it on Hasbro Pulse Outlet for $20, which I felt was a lot more fair. And I finally pulled the trigger on this guy. So let's get a look at him. So we've got here at the top Star Wars Return of the Jedi, Rebel Commando. Got to look at the figure here in the bubble. Still got a little bit of dust debris from his packaging that I pulled him out of. And then we've got the really cool card back based off of the still from the original 80s card back that Kenner figure came from. Right there, you got the little Kenner logo right there. Very cool. And then if you look at his bubble here, he's got a pretty fat bubble. It's to contain the weapons and his backpack and whatnot. So it's a little bit bigger of a bubble than most of the 40th anniversary card backs had. So we turn around here. We got the rest of the figures that came in the line. We got the Rebel Commando, Bib Fortuna, the Emperor, Paploo, Stormtrooper, Chewbacca. Pretty much all these guys were reused for the 40th anniversary line from some other toy line. You know, earlier Black Series reveals and releases. So nothing really new here except for the Rebel Commando. So that's pretty cool. I do believe this was the first time Paploo was allowed a singular Black Series release, because I believe before he was in a San Diego Comic-Con indoor 3 or 4 pack, I think. So that's pretty cool for people that wanted him, just him, you know. And yeah, and then we got a bunch of stuff down here. Commemorate the 40th anniversary of Star Wars Return of the Jedi with figures from the Black Series featuring classic design and packaging. Hell yeah, we got a bunch of legal jargon down there for anybody that wants to read all that shit. Alright, so looked at the packaging, looked at the bubble, looked at the card back. What else is next? We're going to rip this bad boy out, and we're going to check him out. Maybe a little bit longer than usual because I like to cut the bubble off and keep the card back because I like the card backs. And yeah, so got this guy right here. We're gonna pull him out. Okay, it comes in 3 pieces. Protecting seal. We've got him right there. And then we've got his weapons. So a bit better so you can see those guys individually. So let's pull him out here. Alright, here we go. Rebel Commando. First impressions. I really like this guy. This guy's really awesome. Let's look at his articulation. More than 90 degrees in the elbow there. That's really good. Go all the way around with his wrist. He's got butterfly joints, if you can see up there. Got butterflies, so he can move that. Got a little bit nervous there. Yeah, so he can go all the way up, all the way down. See his neck. Oh yeah, he's on that really cool new Hasbro neck joint. So the neck is a separate thing than the head, so you get a lot more going on there. And then we've got this. There's a ball joint down there in the hips, and then that. Not too much in the back. Let's check out his knees. That's really good, 90 degrees. We got rocker ankles. Not a whole lot of back, but not a whole lot of up front either. That's okay though. I mean, we'll just see when we get him in some poses if that's really going to affect him. So there's all the articulation there. Let's get a good look at the accessories, right? So first up, we've got this Rebel Blaster. Imperials also use this. This is a pretty cool one. Not a big fan that there's no weathering or silver tip here on the end like there usually is. I feel like that's a little bit, you know, slacky. I feel like Hasbro definitely could have painted that like they always do, but got this weapon. And then we've got this rifle, which actually came with, I believe, the Hoth troop builder. And I don't have that one, so this is cool. This is a new weapon for me in my collection. And no weathering on this one. It's a little bit disappointing, but that's okay. I mean, they're rebels. They're of Endor. They're going to be getting a little bit messy, so I would have expected a little bit of weathering on this guy, but that's okay. I can do it myself. So, but this is the thing. I don't like to do it myself. I want companies to do it for me, so I can just pull them right out of the packaging and I have my figure and it's done. And for that price, that original price, people expect that. And then we've got this backpack. This backpack is pretty cool. It's actually got some paint apps on it. Got this like little wire here. I've got the little silver latch. That's cool. Little silver right there, little silver right there. So, there's some paint apps on this. This is pretty cool. This cannot hold the extra face like the Hoth Trooper could with his backpack. You could put his extra face into his backpack. That is not something that happens here. That's okay. Not a really big deal. I have a little accessories drawer, so not a big deal. And then probably the coolest accessory that this comes with is this extra face scan. A lot of people, think that this is a Rex face scan. Dave Filoni has not confirmed nor denied that that's Rex, so I kind of just go with what he says. Believe it if you want to. You don't have to believe it. This is an extra Rebel face scan. You can choose to think it's Rex or not. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. So let's get him into some battle poses real quick, see what he can do. Got the Rebel Commando pointing off in the distance, leading his troops. Traversing his way. Through the fields of Endor. Oh shit. Very hard. Switched out the head scan, switched out the rifle, put on the backpack. Very cool. Thought I'd add some scenery. Here he is knocking down a scout trooper right before he takes his attire. Put him here on speeder. Like he stole one of the speeders to track down a scattered Imperial remnant through the woods of Endor. Here we got him shooting up in an ATST. Pretty cool. In a kneeling battle stance. Overall, I would say I really like this figure. Only complaints would be this is a $34 figure when it came out. I would have liked some weathering on the weapons personally. One problem that a lot of people had with this figure is you can probably see it in some of the past poses, but this gray here in the kneecap, when you bend it at the knees, it's completely gray. There's none of the camo paint on it. I think for a figure of this overall good quality, and then to have something like that really kind of damper it is kind of upsetting. And again, for the price, I think Hasbro could have done better at painting those kneecaps. And this is just more of a personal, like, what I wish they would have done with this figure. I like both of these face scans. I think they're great. I think they work great, but I think some diversity and exclusion, or inclusion is what I mean, would have been nice here. Like, we have had figures of, Black Rebel Commandos in the 30th Anniversary line and also in TVC. We see them in the movie. We didn't get a black face scan with the Hoth Trooper. It would have been nice to get one here. Kind because I really like what Hasbro has done with the G.I. Joe Classified line in giving a lot of the Cobra Troopers different ethnicities, different races. So it's not just evil white guys, you know? I mean, anybody can be evil, you know? And I like that, you know, the Televipers come with a black face scan and a white face scan. It would have been cool if the Rebel Commandos came with a black face scan too. So, you know, there's more inclusion. But, you know, overall, I still really like this figure. I think it's a great figure. And I had a lot of fun playing with them. Comment down below, do you like this figure? Do you have this figure? Do you agree with some of my points? Do you disagree? Why did you disagree? You know, whatever you want to say down there, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. What a cool figure. And Devonius out.